Dialogue 1. The importance of listening skills in English conversation practice.
Hi there. How is your English conversation practice going?
It's going okay, but I'm having trouble understanding native speakers.
Ah, that's a common problem. Have you been working on your listening skills?
Not really. I've been focusing more on speaking.
Well, listening is just as important as speaking in English conversation practice. It's the foundation of communication.
I see. What can I do to improve my listening skills?
One tip is to practice active listening. That means really focusing on what the other person is saying and trying to understand their message.
Okay, I'll try that. What else can I do?
Watching English TV shows and movies can also help. You'll get used to hearing different accents and speaking styles.
That's a good idea. Do you have any recommendations?
Sure, I recommend watching shows like Friends or The Office. They're funny and easy to follow.
Thanks, I'll check those out. Any other tips?
Yes, practicing with native speakers is also important. You can find language exchange partners online or in person.
That sounds intimidating. What if I make mistakes?
Don't worry about making mistakes. Native speakers will appreciate your effort to learn their language.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Thanks for the advice.
No problem. Remember, listening is key to successful English conversation practice. Keep working on it and you'll see improvement.
Dialogue 2. Common English phrases for everyday conversation.
Hi there. Do you want to learn some common English phrases for everyday conversation?
Yes, please. I'm always looking for ways to improve my English.
Great. Let's start with some greetings. Hello and a hi are the most common ones.
Okay, got it. What about small talk?
You can say things like how are you or what's up to start a conversation.
And how do I respond to those?
You can say I'm good, thanks or not much, just hanging out. It's just a way to start a conversation.
I see. What about asking for help or making requests?
You can say, excuse me, can you help me, or could you please pass me the salt? Those are polite ways to ask for something.
That's helpful. Do you have any other phrases?
Sure, you can say, nice to meet you when you meet someone for the first time, or see you later when you're saying goodbye.
Those are great. Thanks for teaching me these common English phrases.
No problem. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep using these phrases in everyday conversation and you'll become more confident in your English skills.
I will. Thanks again.
Of course. Another common phrase is I'm sorry when you make a mistake or accidentally bump into someone.
That's a good one to know. What about expressing gratitude?
You can say thank you or thanks to show appreciation. And if someone says thank you to you, you can respond with you're welcome.
Okay, got it. Are there any other phrases I should know?
Yes, if you don't understand something, you can say, I'm sorry, could you repeat that, or I didn't catch that, could you say it again?
That's helpful. And what if I want to end a conversation?
You can say, it was nice talking to you, or take care as a polite way to end a conversation.
Those are great phrases to know. Thanks for teaching me all of these.
No problem. Remember, the more you practice using these phrases, the more natural they will become in your everyday conversations.
I will. Thanks for being such a great teacher.
It's my pleasure. Keep up the good work.
Dialogue 3. Overcoming the fear of speaking English.
Hi there. Are you struggling with the fear of speaking English?
Yes, I am. I get so nervous when I have to speak in front of others.
That's a common fear, but it's important to overcome it if you want to improve your English skills. Have you tried practicing with a language partner?
No, I haven't. I don't know anyone who speaks English well.
You can find language partners online through language exchange websites or apps. It's a great way to practice speaking with someone who is also learning a language.
That's a good idea. What else can I do to overcome my fear?
Focus on progress rather than perfection. Don't worry about making mistakes, just focus on improving a little bit each time you practice.
Okay, I'll try to remember that. What about celebrating small victories?
Yes, celebrate every time you make progress, no matter how small. It will help you stay motivated and build your confidence.
That's a good tip. Do you have any other advice?
Practice speaking English in low-pressure situations, like with a friend or family member. It will help you get used to speaking without feeling nervous.
That makes sense. I'll try that. Thanks for your help.
No problem. Remember, overcoming the fear of speaking English takes time and practice, but it's worth it in the end.
I will. It's nice to have someone to talk to about this.
I'm glad I could help. Remember, you're not alone in this. Many people struggle with the fear of speaking English.
That's comforting to know. I'll keep practicing and working on my confidence.
That's the spirit. And don't forget to be patient with yourself. Learning a new language takes time and effort.
I will try to be patient. Thanks for your encouragement.
Anytime. And if you ever need more tips or advice, feel free to ask me.
I will. Thanks again for your help and support.
You're welcome. Keep up the good work and don't give up.
Dialogue 4. Using idioms and slang in English conversation.
Have you ever heard of idioms and slang in English conversation?
Yes, I have. But I'm not sure how to use them properly.
Idioms and slang are informal expressions that are commonly used in everyday conversation. For example, break a leg means good luck.
Oh, I see. Can you give me some more examples?
Sure, hit the hay means to go to bed, piece of cake means something is easy, and hang in there means to keep going despite difficulties.
Those are interesting expressions. But how do I use them appropriately?
It's important to use idioms and slang in the right context. For example, you wouldn't use slang in a formal setting like a job interview.
That makes sense. What about using them with native speakers?
It's okay to use idioms and slang with native speakers, but be careful not to overuse them or use them inappropriately.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Do you have any tips for learning idioms and slang?
You can learn idioms and slang by watching TV shows or movies, reading books or articles, or talking to native speakers.
That's helpful. Thanks for your advice.
No problem. Remember, using idioms and slang can make your English sound more natural and fluent, but it's important to use them appropriately.
I will keep that in mind. Thanks again for your help.
Anytime. Keep practicing and you'll get the hang of it.
I will. Thanks for your encouragement.
You're welcome. And don't be afraid to ask native speakers for clarification if you don't understand an idiom or slang expression.
That's a good tip. I'll try to do that more often.
Great. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Learning a new language is a process.
I will try to be patient with myself. Thanks for your support.
No problem. And if you ever need more help or advice, feel free to ask me.
I will. Thanks again for your help and guidance.
You're welcome. Keep up the good work.
Dialogue 5. The importance of pronunciation in English conversation practice.
Hi there. Have you been practicing your English conversation skills?
Yes, I have. But I'm still struggling with my pronunciation.
Pronunciation is an important part of English conversation practice. Have you tried practicing with a language partner?
No, I haven't. I don't know anyone who speaks English well.
You can find language partners online through language exchange websites or apps. It's a great way to practice speaking with someone who can give you feedback on your pronunciation.
That's a good idea. What else can I do to improve my pronunciation?
You can use online resources like pronunciation videos or apps. They can help you practice specific sounds or words.
That's helpful. Do you have any other tips?
Focus on the sounds that are difficult for you. For example, if you have trouble with the th sound, practice saying words like think or thought until you get it right.
Okay, I'll try that. Thanks for your advice.
No problem. And remember, it's important to practice consistently to improve your pronunciation.
I will keep that in mind. Thanks again for your help.
Anytime. And don't be afraid to ask for feedback from your language partner or teacher. It can help you identify areas to focus on.
That's a good point. I'll try to do that more often.
Great. Keep up the good work and you'll see improvement in no time.
Thanks for your encouragement. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Keep practicing and don't give up.
Dialogue 6. Effective strategies for building vocabulary in English.
Are you looking to build your vocabulary in English?
Yes, I am. I want to be able to express myself better.
That's great. One effective strategy is to read books, articles, or news in English. It exposes you to new words and phrases.
That's a good idea. What else can I do?
You can also watch English media like TV shows, movies, or YouTube videos. It's a fun way to learn new words and phrases in context.
Okay, I'll try that. Do you have any other tips?
Using flashcards is another effective strategy. You can write down new words and their definitions and review them regularly.
That's helpful. Do you have any recommendations for flashcard apps?
Anki and Quizlet are popular flashcard apps that you can use to create your own flashcards or use pre-made ones.
Thanks for the recommendation. Do you have any other tips?
Practicing with a language partner is also a great way to build your vocabulary. You can have conversations and learn new words from each other.
That's a good idea. How can I find a language partner?
You can find language partners online through language exchange websites or apps. It's a great way to practice speaking and build your vocabulary.
Okay, I'll try that. Thanks for your advice.
No problem. And remember, it's important to practice consistently to build your vocabulary.
I will keep that in mind. Thanks again for your help.
Anytime. Keep practicing and you'll see improvement in no time.